Today they will try to make it 2-0 at the World Series against Texas Tech's Nyjah Kennedy.
Yeah, and they'll still face the same toolbox that she offered them last year with her rise ball and her changeup. Her changeup has gotten even better this year. It gets hitters well out in front because you're so worried at 74 on your hands up in the zone. That changeup is magic. Those were her strikeouts against Ole Miss, mostly on her arm side, so inside to righties, away from lefties. That rise ball she'll go to about 60% of the time and gets hitters to chase it 40% of the time. That's what she wants UCLA to do.
Jessica Clements, the UCLA walk-off hero from Thursday, leads off the game by taking ball one. Clements' debut on the World Series stage was as memorable as could be with her 6th home run of the season. Half of those have come in the tournament, and the 6th was a game winner. A walk-off 2-run shot to center on Thursday night off of Oregon's Elise Sokolsky. Bruins 7.3 runs per game. That's 14th most in the country. 8th with 97 home runs, which are the 2nd most in program history. Here was the 97th just a couple of nights ago.
Such a special moment, and it came off of her bat, just continued to travel, and to the point where she saw it go over the fence. She was in absolute disbelief. The look on her face, she had tears after the game.
As she strikes out on a changeup here, Nyjah Kennedy begins this game the way she started Thursday.
And the one thing about Nyjah Kennedy, she is going to go right at you. These past few games, she has been keeping her pitch count low. The past 3 games going back to the Super Regional, and then her World Series game, she is throwing 74% strike. She is going at hitters with her stuff.
Savipola is late on strike one. If there's a difference in the Nyjah Kennedy UCLA saw the last 2 years and this year, is the difference that changeup?
Yeah, a little bit more changeup, throwing that about 5 or 6% more, and then also throwing her rise ball a little bit more too. It's a screwball there. You can always tell with how she finishes with a screwball, which will move away from a left-handed hitter. She will finish with her hand more toward third base. Her rise ball will finish a little bit taller up above her shoulder. There's a screwball. You can tell as well that she'll fall more toward the right side, toward third base, trying to angle that pitch on the outside corner to these lefties.
Savipola, a team high 13 straight games on base, hit in every game in the tournament. Pola pops one out of play. .439, the team high batting average. And not just a slapper here in the 2 spot. 20 doubles is one shy of the single season UCLA record. 20 of her 34 total extra base hits. Pola waits back on this changeup, bounces it to second and bounces out to Alexa Langoliers.
Knows so much about that rise ball from Nyjah Kennedy, but her changeup is so difficult to square up and identify out of her hand. Opponents hitting just 127 off of her changeup, and in comparison to her rise ball, 168. Both of those very low, but that changeup does not get hit often.
So 2 away for Jordan Woolery. A first pitch changeup. Woolery hitting .435 in the tournament. Her OPS of 1375, just under her regular season number. And her 86 RBIs tied with Taylor Shoemaker of Florida. And now Reese Atwood of Texas for the most in Division I. Reese Atwood of Texas, of course, are moving on to Monday after a win today. UCLA would like to do that. Rise ball way high, and it's 1-2 for Jordan Woolery. Making her name as maybe one of the great Bruin bombers in history, and she and Megan Grant are the only 2 UCLA players to homer off of Nyjah in 4 previous starts.
And the home run that Jordan Woolery had off of Nyjah was the first pitch of her at bat to center field, facing her against Stanford. So you saw how aggressive she was to start off this AB, and Nyjah threw her a changeup knowing that she was going to be aggressive.
Trying to set the stage for her best friend. Woolery, a couple of hops out to shortstop. Thrown out by Tony. We'll wait for Grant and Kennedy in the second. Both pitchers, both athlete with a lucrative, historic NIL deal. Texas Tech, they certainly invested in this roster, in this coaching staff, and those investments are paying off handsomely with a trip to Oklahoma City and a chance to get to within one win of the Champ Series today.
Now, you knew whenever Jerry went there and then Nyjah went there, you knew that this team was going to be a contender. When you have a pitcher like Nyjah Kennedy in the circle, that is the type of momentum that she can create. She can carry a team. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a great team hitting above 300. But when you have Nyjah Kennedy in the circle, she's going to help you get here.
Good ball. That's a hit by pitch. Lauren Allred gets plunked by Taylor Tinsley. Allred hit for the 9th time this year.
And just willing to take it. Sees it come up and in, wearing that elbow guard, and is just going to take this, not try to move out of the way. And you don't have to if the ball is fully in the batter's box. You do not have to make an attempt to get out of the way.
Lauren Allred's the game's first base runner. Alana Johnson first pitch swinging. Caitlin Terry does not have enough room in right. Alana Johnson has been the big hitter in the postseason for Texas Tech. 7 out of 16, 5 extra base hits, a walk, and 7 RBIs. And these are the 2 big power bats in the lineup. Johnson here, and then Nyjah Kennedy there. Nyjah is Texas Tech's home run leader with 11. Johnson in front of her tied for second with 9, and with 45 RBIs are second to Lauren Allred. Ball off the plate for ball 1. She was a really important addition. Nyjah obviously got all the hype in the world. 5 players followed Jerry Glasgow from Louisiana, but Alana Johnson transferred from Washington, one of many Huskies to transfer out of that program last year. Finds her way to Lubbock, finds her way to the World Series, and she pops out here to bring up Nyjah Kennedy. Nyjah has said, she's told us, she's told the whole softball world really, one of the big reasons she wanted to come to Texas Tech was to swing the bat more. She'll get a little chat with her head coach, Jerry Glasgow, who she credits with really helping in her development as a hitter.
Yeah, and she's even said that hitting's fun. It's less pressure than pitching, and a lot of pitchers who hit feel that way. Like being able to contribute on both sides of the ball. Didn't have as much of an opportunity to do that in her freshman and sophomore years at Stanford. And she says, I'm looking to hit the ball out. And that's Coach Glasgow's motto too. Loves the long ball.
Into right here. Uh-oh. Allred was on the run. She's out at first. A pop-up double play. Texas Tech tried to push the envelope, and UCLA pushed it back in their face.
Yeah, and Jerry Glasgow likes to put runners in motion. In fact, this Texas Tech team has over 100 stolen bases. So Allred was on the move. Kennedy pops up, and it's a double.
Become the third base coach the last couple of years. Remember, UCLA used to have Jolly Ranchers thrown with Kirk Walker down at third. This is a fun evolution that the Bruins have found themselves with.
Yeah, and Lisa Fernandez coaching third base for the first time, as you mentioned, Kirk Walker was. So they just wanted to switch it up, come up with something new, and therein lies the coffee beans. And I think that we could have used a little bit of coffee last night with our late start in our 4+ hour game. That would have been helpful.
Yeah, there's so many people working here. I'm surprised you didn't just start berating some runners to bring you up some coffee.
There's a Keurig right next door. I could have made it myself.
Well, 2-1 for Megan Grant, who would love to get one of those coffee beans right now. She's hit 25 home runs this year, the most of any UCLA player, and up there among the national leaders, 4th in Division I. 2-1 against Nyjah Kennedy here in the second. And Grant takes tight.
Look at her work that pitch inside. Just communicating to Vic Valdez about where that pitch was. Just a little bit too far inside.
A 5-pitch walk, and Megan Grant is the first Bruin base runner. Walked twice in 3 plate appearances against Oregon on Thursday, and she's aboard to lead off the second tonight. Here is Alexis Lefty Ramirez, a lefty throwing, righty hitting catcher. Victoria Valdez, the long hold there, and a look at Steve Gould wondering where that pitch missed. Jerry Glasgow came out of the dugout to say something as well.
And UCLA has a lot of patience, a lot of discipline at the plate. Nyjah clearly struggling to find the strike zone here early in this inning. Just quite a rarity. You don't see too many moments like this from her.
Kennedy did not walk an Ole Miss batter in Game 1 Thursday of her World Series. 23 batters, 10 strikeouts, no walks. And she's a ball away from walking 2 straight here. Jerry Glasgow is rolling out of the dugout now and barking at Steve Gould as he goes from one entrance of the dugout to the other. There's strike 2. Jerry is fired up right now. He's got to be careful. He's getting a warning here from Steve Gould. Gave him the thumbs up on the way out.
Well, and he's just used to her throwing so many strikes. We had their Super Regional against Florida State. In the last 3 games, she's only walked 2 batters in 3 games. And so to see her throwing this many balls and back-to-back hitters, Megan Grant with the walk and then a 3-ball count to Ramirez, you're just not used to seeing it from her with her command that she's had lately.
Always wonder how much of that is Jerry really getting hot, how much of that are mind games. Ramirez pop fly to short, snared by Tony for the out. So 1 on and 1 out for the freshman Riley Slimp. Out of Georgetown, Texas. The rare top Texan recruit to get out of the state, or at least out of the area. Oklahoma, LSU, Texas, those big schools which rely on a lot of top Texas recruits, but Riley wanted something different. Wanted to spread her wings a little bit, and she ends up at UCLA, where she was named to the all-freshman team in the Big Ten. One from Nyjah. A bunt laid down by Slimp. Kennedy not nearly in time to first. Riley Slimp with a bunt base hit. The first of the game for UCLA.
Yeah, Riley Slimp has a good short game, and she brings it out here to be able just to bunt right back to Kennedy. A slow developing play. That throw was slow to first base, and with Slimp's speed, easily going to be able to get down to first base. Great execution by the freshman. And now UCLA has 2 on.
2 on for another freshman, Kanaya Bragg, who takes tight. What are you noticing with Nyjah right now?
Just miss him a little bit. be falling off of some of these pitches. I think she's just not getting some of the calls that maybe she's used to getting, and then pressing a little bit too much to be even more perfect. It's a great time for a timeout by Tara Archibald, the pitching coach for Texas Tech, who is also Jerry Glasgow's daughter.
Hunter Veach is out there to talk with the infielders as well. 9 balls, 6 strikes in the inning for Kennedy, who has thrown every pitch for Tech at this World Series and threw every pitch for Stanford at the last World Series, and coming into tonight had thrown her team's last 579 pitches at the World Series. It's her 3rd straight year here. You have to go all the way back to Stanford's final game at the World Series in 2023. Lena Vaughter through the first 4 innings, June 5th of the semis against Oklahoma. And that's a little low for ball 3.
Yeah, and UCLA is just doing a great job of showing patience in this inning and not chasing. Nyjah is a pitcher who doesn't necessarily rely on the chase, but she wants the chase and she gets it often.
3-0 is not close. 2 walks in the inning. UCLA loads the bases after a bunt hit from the freshman Slimp and a walk from the freshman Bragg. Texas Tech's going to send a messenger out to the bullpen here. And Chloe Riasetto is following hot on her heels. The Tech lefty, who we've not seen since the regional round, is going to start to warm up. The batter is Taylor Stevens. Right down the middle for strike 1.
And sometimes they can just take that one pitch like that to get you back into your groove, to give you the confidence that, okay, there it is, I can do it again. Throwing that low rise ball inside to Stevens.
What a moment for Taylor Stevens to be making her 3rd start of the season. It's her first plate appearance this year with the bases loaded. Senior is in there as the designated player today. She's 1 for 5 in the tournament off the bench, all but 1 game. And she strikes out swinging on a changeup. 2 down.
This pitch is almost unhittable. I would throw it more. I mean, it's not just the swing and miss. It's just the soft contact that it can get. The past 3 games that she's thrown through the Super, there have only been 2 hits off of it. Both were infield singles off the same bat of Shelby McKenzie from FSU.
Now strike 1 to Caitlin Terry. Nyjah Kennedy on Thursday night, 5 perfect innings, gave up 2 hits in the 6th and got out of that. The only jam she'd faced to this point in the World Series. Down to 3rd, play made at the plate by Lindemuth, and Nyjah Kennedy works around some wonky command, stranding the bases loaded.
The NCAA Women's College World Series is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.